Hey YouTube! Happy 3 weeks out from the show. I can't believe that sounds like actually nuts saying that out loud. I can't believe that it's literally 3 weeks. It's gonna be May 1st tomorrow. So like literally 21 days today until the show, which is like absolutely nuts to me. Like every time I make these videos, I can't believe that like another week has gone by and another week has gone by, and it's just like, yeah, it's amazing, and I'm feeling so excited to just like have that feeling when you step on stage and you just feel great, and I can't wait. So yeah, it's 3 weeks. I'm feeling a lot better. Physically, I'm feeling great. I have lots of energy still. I'm leaning out really well. I've been a little bloated this week because I got my period, which was kind of nice because my cycle has been kind of running on this 30 to 35 day situation during prep. So actually, by getting it just this week, I'll probably avoid getting it on the show day, which is kind of nice. I mean, I'm knocking on wood that hopefully it doesn't come, but yeah, so I just got my period this week, so I'm a little bit watery this week, but still looking really lean despite being watery, so that's like really exciting because I know that my physique is like in the right place it's supposed to be now, and my coach says that I'm looking really good, so that's really exciting. I'm like, my leg mass is like making me so happy. It's like they're growing still, even like with being in a deficit, so yeah, I'm just super happy with the way things are looking now. And honestly, like a couple weeks ago when I had COVID, like when I was really sick, that little rest just made such a huge difference. I feel like in my recovery and my progress moving forward, it was almost like this little break that I needed to kind of like sleep and rest and come back, because since then I felt really good physically in the gym. My appetite's been a lot more regulated, so I'm actually supposed to be eating about 2,300 calories, and most of the days I'm a little bit under that, which is actually okay because then I don't have to stress about getting in enough activity to make sure that I'm offsetting for the fact that I am eating so many calories going into the show. So yeah, and my weight's been like pretty steady because we're sort of body recombing, so we're not really focusing too much on the weight part, more on how I look and my waist measurements and bloating and stuff like that. So yeah, my weight's actually gone down just a tiny bit, which is also not a bad thing. So yeah, everything seems to be shaping up pretty well so far. My camera died. Yeah, so everything seems to be shaping up pretty well so far. Food-wise, I'm at the 2,300 like I mentioned, and what I'm going to kind of focus on, I think, for the next 3 weeks moving forward is to just make sure that I'm extra cautious about not eating any inflammatory foods or anything like that. So occasionally, like, I will sort of do like an if it fits your macros approach, and I'll kind of incorporate some more like fun foods, I guess, into my macros, because I mean, yes, it's not always a thing that a calorie is a calorie, but also like a calorie is a calorie sometimes, and if you want to eat something because of the taste of it and it fits with your macros, you just do it. So I had these like gluten-free kind of like Oreos, and I was eating those last week because I was like, they're literally like 60 calories per one and they're just carbs, and so I was able to fit those in and it was fine, but definitely they had some inflammatory ingredients in them, so I was noticing a little bit of inflammation coming from those, so I won't be eating any of those for the next 3 weeks. But yeah, just making sure that I'm really dialed in with the foods that are going to cause any sort of inflammation. So I'm probably going to cut back a little bit on the dairy side of things. I mean, I don't find dairy to be super triggering for me inflammation-wise, but there are, you know, some moments where I do notice that like when I don't eat yogurt, I am a little bit less watery. So I'll just be kind of monitoring more like what I'm eating for the next few weeks. And then I did my progress check-ins this morning, and so my coach will let me know this week how things are going, if we're gonna stick at the 2,300 or if he wants me to go down a little bit for the next few weeks. I think that he might say that we'll dial them down a little bit just to make sure that I'm sort of like depleting myself enough so that when the show comes I can maybe carb up, or I don't know. There's so many different sort of tricks that you can play to make sure that you're peaking on the day of the show. So it just kind of depends like what he thinks that we're going to do for that. So I'll kind of wait and see there. I'll tell you guys about it probably next week because I won't hear from him probably till like Monday, Tuesday. But yeah, so we'll kind of see what changes with the food. Like I said, my appetite's been pretty regulated because of the nice break that I had a couple weeks ago, or I guess a month ago now. So yeah, and I'm still feeling fine. I am kind of having some problems with my sleep. I'm getting a little hungry at night and sort of finding myself to be a little bit restless. So I'm hoping that's gonna change. I think sometimes I drink too much coffee first thing in the morning, which might be affecting like my cortisol at night. So yeah, I'm just gonna do some experimenting this week to see if I can sort of figure out why my sleep has been really funny for this past week. But other than that, it's not like I'm like so tired, exhausted. I just can tell that I haven't been like dreaming a lot, or I haven't been having a lot of like deep sleep or things like that. So yeah. But yeah, so that's pretty much everything on the training and the food front. Not too many updates. I think probably next week we'll have some more updates on the training and the food because it'll be 2 weeks, so a lot more things are gonna change. But yeah, and then in terms of life stuff, things with the breakup actually are going really well. I think that I was super, super sad last weekend. I cried pretty much every day, like a couple times a day. Because you're kind of just going over the initial shock of everything. But the more that I've kind of carried on over the week, I think I've like, not that I feel like I'm healed from it. I mean, obviously I was with that person for 3 years and you do notice a loss, but I noticed that I feel a lot like lighter, and I feel like kind of generally more just like at peace. Like I said, there was a lot of kind of yucky stuff that went on in that relationship that didn't make me feel great about myself. So I think I'm noticing this is really terrible, but I'm like noticing the benefits of not having that person in my life. And it's been kind of nice, to be honest with you. I've honestly not cried in like 5 days, like since like Monday or Tuesday. I'm really feeling quite good right now. And I think that the universe is like sending me so many like really interesting like signs this week, to be my hokey pokey philosophies. But it's been really strange. Like all week I've literally had like people coming up to me and like telling me how much they like admire my resilience, or people coming up to me and like complimenting me randomly, or people, you know, reaching out to me on Instagram and complimenting me. And it's just been really interesting to kind of see that like the universe is almost like sending me signs that like I have so much support around me and that I don't need to stress about like a breakup, and I've got so many other things going on in my life that require positivity, and that person didn't bring any. So I'm feeling a lot better with that. I mean, obviously I'm sad. I get my moments where I'm kind of like, oh, but it's more of just like, oh, I wish I had a boyfriend, less like, oh, I wish it was that person, you know? Oh, I feel really bad saying that, but it's true. It is kind of true. Like last night, for example, like Saturday nights are really tough because I don't drink, I don't go out, I don't have a ton of friends. So like that legs go out and it's just not really my thing. And so sometimes Saturday nights get a little bit lonely. Yeah, so that is that. Other than that, the Glow Body Nutrition bags are coming hopefully in 2 weeks. So we're gonna have printed bags in a little bit. And my suit's supposed to be ready this week, and I'm obviously not gonna show you guys until show week, so sorry. But yeah, that's coming, and I booked my tan this morning, booked my nail appointment, and booked my pedicure because my feet are disgusting. I literally haven't gotten a pedicure since this time last year, so. But yeah, so that is that. That is the update for this week. Yeah, I also just wanted to send a little note to thank everybody for your support and positivity. A lot of the people that watched my video last week, I reached out to me on Instagram or texted me and just kind of shared their support with me to tell me if I needed anything and telling me how great I am, which was always really nice because you need an ego boost sometimes after a breakup. But yeah, it's been really great to just see the support that I have from you guys, and I really appreciate it. And I am doing lots better, and thank you for checking on me. So yes, that is the end of this prep diary. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for tuning in for another one, and I will see you guys in the next one. Mwah.